Hi, everybody. Welcome back to PMS, the Perpetual Motion Squad, a Big Bang Theory fan podcast. And we are your hosts, married couple and Big Bang Theory super fans, Kat.
And Paul.
And we're here with your special mailbag episode.
Yes, now everyone's sitting there going, "Oh my God, I'm not going to get an actual episode this week." No,
Yes, we are.
we are going to do that. We are doing the actual the actual episode right after the mailbag. So you get a double header today.
Well, they're going to already know that because they're going to release at the same time.
I know. But the fact is
We
there are
just
a
can't
lot
record them at the same time.
we can't do it at the same time, but there are people that are sit there and go, because we've actually had some good, responses as far as our YouTube channel.
Hmm.
But we realized that the mailbag is not that popular.
Apparently, it's not very exciting.
Not very exciting to listen to everybody's answers.
Hmm.
So that's why we're sort of like, okay, we need to do a mailbag, which we are doing, but it's like we've got to do an actual episode so everybody gets their full fair share of
Yes.
us, which is very, very exciting. Now we are going to start off with um we actually had some responses from on our comment section of Spotify.
Okay.
Only I can see this.
Yes.
So we're going to go back to okay. Um okay, so 3 months ago, Rachel actually said because I mentioned something about Star Trek and stuff like that, and she said, "Dear Paul, Star Trek TNG is shorthand for the Next Generation,
Generation.
the series with Picard as captain." So I'm like, oh,
And
okay,
and Star Trek OS is the original series.
yeah, yeah. Now Rachel
And
commented,
DS9 is Deep Space Nine.
"Yep." Now, 2 months ago, with the terminated decoupling, which we're going to get to with the answers, Rachel actually answered this through Spotify. And I like this answer. She said, if I recall correctly, every time the group travels, Sheldon is the travel leader.
Yeah.
Sheldon decides how, who is where, and any stops along the way.
Mhm.
I suspect there is a clause in the roommate agreement that ensures this, or if not, Sheldon is so stubborn about his way being the right way, that no one can sway him. So
Well, in the Terminator
that actually does
decoupling,
make
when
sense.
they were talking about how they were going to travel,
Yeah.
Sheldon was like, I want to take the train. And Leonard was like, are you going to basically be such a pain in the ass that we'll finally just have to give in to you? And he's like, probably. And he's like, all
Uh-huh.
right, I vote we take the train.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So now, Rob, 2 months ago, we actually asked people in the
I
Dead
can't
Hook.
believe it's been 2 months already.
Yeah, the dead hooker juxtaposition. I think that was the one that we asked. How do you guys feel when we get off topic? Because we get off topic all the time.
Hmm.
And Rob came back with, I love it when you guys get off topic because it brings me and the rest of the PMS family more into your lives, and that helps us to feel closer to both of you. Oh, that's nice,
Oh,
Rob.
that's nice.
And I think that's a wonderful thing. Well, that's awesome, Rob. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Now, a month ago, Rob also answered a question in the Vegas renormalization, and this is right up Kat's alley. He said, I'm in total agreement with Kat that I don't go into any body of water that has any type of sea life. Here in the great state of Texas, we go from big cities like Dallas and Houston to backwoods, country folk, and everything in between.
Yep.
And he also said, I'm still listening to both every week. So I'm guessing that's something to do with our podcast and um, uh, yeah, Spotify. And 11 days ago, he actually came back and we were talking about this was the monopole, whatever it was we did.
Expedition.
Expedition, yeah. He said, I really loved the Jurassic Park reference, especially since I earlier today finished listening to the audiobook and watched the movie yesterday.
What
So
was the Jurassic Park reference?
I think because we said that we actually watched the new Jurassic Park and we thought it was actually really good.
Excuse me. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that's
that's
when
right.
and he said, that he had just finished watching it. So
It was good. It wasn't great.
yeah, it was all right, but
It was a
it's
nice way to spend a couple of hours.
yeah. There are a couple of really great movies out there. The right now, Kat and I were reminiscing about this movie on Prime that's still available. It's called My Best Friend's Exorcism.
It's
It
awesome.
is
I'm
really
not going
good.
to say the line because I don't
No,
want to ruin anything for anybody.
yeah. And also another one that's not on a streaming service, but it's well worth buying is Life After Beth.
Yes. Okay, I am not a horror fan at all. I don't like them. They give me nightmares. Um, Paul has managed to expand my world a little bit, and I've watched all of the Conjuring movies and the
Insidious.
Insidious movies, which do give me. And was it the second one that had Valak in it?
That was The Conjuring, yeah. Valak.
Oh, it was Conjuring? Okay, I always
Yeah.
get those two mixed up because it has the same lead guy in it.
Yeah. The Conjuring and yeah.
But I'll tell you, after I saw that second one, if I got up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, I'd have to not look in the mirror because I kept expecting to see that creepy ass nun in back of me.
Funny enough though, that was scarier than the actual movie The
The
Nun.
nun. Yeah,
Although the
I
yeah,
fell asleep in the nun.
the first one was really
Oh,
slow and
so
boring. The
boring.
second one actually was actually not too bad.
Yeah, this
So,
and I liked the fact that they referenced things in the first one, so it
yeah.
made a lot of things make more sense.
Yeah. But it was The
Um,
Nun was not a good
but
movie.
yeah, so long and short of it, I'm really not a horror fan, and Paul has to do a lot of fast talking to get me to watch them.
Yes.
Um, but my Life After Beth is a horror comedy,
It is.
and it is freaking hilarious.
Life After Beth is really quite funny.
Life After Beth is hilarious. My best friend's exorcism is
Yeah.
honestly amazing.
Yeah.
And
Happy Death
Tuck
Day
and
1 and 2.
Happy Death Day 1 and 2 and Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Yeah, that is awesome, that
That
one.
it's honestly one of the best movies ever.
See, we've already
Um,
gotten off topic already, so
just for you.
just for us. Now we're gonna go we can't remember what episodes I've done on the mailbag. So bear with us. We're going all the way back to December 29th of last year,
Yep.
the cushion saturation quest.
Yep.
And the question was, what's something small you care about way more than you probably should? And there was a bonus question, would it make a difference to how it feels when Penny flipped the cushion? Now that was when
She
Penny
accidentally shot it
shot
with a paint gun.
the paint gun. So we've had some answers. Now Sarah actually answered, and it was an answering backwards. She said number two, yes, I think it would have totally felt pardon me, sorry. Yes, I think I would have totally felt the cushion difference. Not the princess in the pea, but the Sheldon on the cushion. So I think there is a situation where, yes, if you sat down on it, there would be a marked difference. I think that's
Hmm.
probably true for everybody. We would all think
Yeah.
that is, we would all feel that way.
It's like it feels different.
Yes. Now, number one, she said cartwheels on the beach. I grew up by beaches, and for years I did a cartwheel every time I was on a beach for fun, for the feel of sand on my hands to be freewheeling. I hadn't done it for years, but this Christmas we are by the beach with family, and I cartwheeled again. All the same feels, with the addition of astonishment that my body can still cartwheel without major injury.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly right. I will try to continue this tradition until I risk bone breakage or other serious injury. Well done, Sarah.
Okay.
I like that. Well done, Sarah. Um, Rachel said something I care way too much about. I can't cook if there are dishes in the sink or on the counters. All
Mm,
right, yeah, I understand that
I get that.
because it is that I'm going to cook something, but there are already dishes in the sink, so I'm just going to be piling new on old, and I'm going to have way
Yeah,
more.
well, I have to admit, if I'm cooking something that's going to require some time to either be in the oven or to simmer for a little bit, I'll get that started, then I'll do the stuff in the dishes. Then after I finish cooking, then I do those dishes.
Yeah. However, she does have a husband that actually likes doing the dishes
Weirdo,
and likes cleaning the house.
weirdo.
Widow. I know.
I love that about you, but you're still a weirdo.
Yeah, okay. The idea of dirty dishes while I'm trying to make more food and not having counter space really bothers me. Yep,
Yeah, not having the counter space is
right
very
there with you,
difficult.
Rachel.
Yeah.
Sheldon would know. I might know. When I moved in with my partner, I used to sit on one spot, but after a week, I had to set up a new home base because his ex had broken in the first spot to be uncomfortable to me. Oh, okay. All
Oh.
right. Um, and Michael actually said, every freaking thing. I get so sentimental over stuff that I never want to get rid of anything. Michael, I am right there with you.
Yeah,
Cat
that's
would tell
Paul.
you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna defer to Cat on this one.
Well, I actually had to get rid of over 85% of everything I owned when I moved to Australia.
Hmm.
That was hard. That was really hard. But yeah, Paul won't throw anything away.
I am the sentimental person of the family.
Well,
Like
I'm
it,
sentimental too, but he takes it to a whole new level.
yeah. It's there is stuff that I'm just. I actually, funny enough, I was saying to Kat maybe a couple of weeks ago that I'm going to be really upset to pass away because everyone's going to get such cool. I'm actually envious of people that get my room
Yeah.
because my room is so cool. You know, I mean, my son will come in and he'll look and he doesn't have the attachment that I do to all this stuff, and he'll sit there and go, "Oh my God, he got this, he got that," but.
But he's gonna love it because it was yours.
Yeah, but it's like I'm upset to leave when I do leave because none of this cool stuff can come with me, and
Yeah,
it's taken
you
me
you
years.
won't get to play with any of your toys.
I know, and it's taken me years to get this,
It has?
and
Yeah.
I'm still adding to it, as you can see at the back of
Yes,
me.
he is.
There's a bonus. Michael said, I think it would be. Sorry, I think it would be. Let's try that again. I think it would because of the decomposition of the springs, even if they're okay. So this is to do with the
The
cushion.
cushion.
So even if there wasn't an offset due to weight distribution, the bottom of the springs wouldn't be as compressed as the top. Can you tell the difference when you first flip a mattress? Now, we actually have what mattress do we have? We have a
We
memory
have a
foam
we
mattress.
have a
Yeah,
memory foam mattress that we got from IKEA,
yeah,
and it's about 6 to 8 inches thick.
yeah.
And the problem with foam mattresses is once you've slept on them for a while, especially if you have body different sizes, there tends
Mm,
to become like a ridge in the middle
mm,
because you squish one way, I squish the other way,
yeah,
and it tends to become this like hump in the middle of it.
yeah.
So and Paul has used to make such fun of me for this, and he used to think I was ridiculous.
Not anymore.
Well, thank you for spoiling, honey.
Sorry, I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, let me get there first. So anyway, from the first time we bought it, once a month, I flip the mattress, and twice a year on New Year's and the 1st of July, I both flip and rotate the mattress. Um, and the reason for that is it avoids that hump. And this mattress is now like 7 years old, and you can't tell the difference from the day we bought it.
No, it's still as firm
Yeah.
as it was 7 years
And it's
ago.
still very comfortable and it hasn't broken down at all.
Yeah.
So if you do decide to go that route and go a foam mattress as opposed to a box spring and a spring
Mm,
mattress, um, flip it once a month and rotate it and flip it twice a year.
yeah. No, it works beautifully. Now, do you have questions for season 2, episode 17, the Terminator decoupling?
I do. Thank you for
Awesome.
the lead in.
No, no, couldn't remember which one you actually had. So
Yeah, I do.
you're doing the rest from now on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the Terminator decoupling, what movie or TV character would make the most unexpected villain, the one you'd never see coming?
Yeah.
I was genuinely surprised that we only got two responses to this. Now, keep in mind, you can always go back and answer any of the questions that you want, and we'll track that. Um, so if you want to go back and make a comment on this, please.
I love the answers to these.
Yeah. So Michael came back with, and I think he's right, Mr. Rogers or Bob Ross.
I can imagine Bob Ross.
What do happy little murders?
Yeah. Oh, that would be so cool.
Now, but Rachel, I think, gets the prize on this one.
Okay.
Her partner has said for years, she says, my partner has said for years, and I now believe it to be true.
Hmm.
The Snuggle Bear would be the perfect villain. You know that mascot for the fabric softener?
Yes, that we called it the Snuggy Bear.
Yeah. No one expects the snuggle bear.
Oh my God. Yeah, Rachel. Okay.
Yeah, I think she got that one.
And I like it how Michael came back and said, I was thinking the same thing. Michael and Rachel are well and truly on the same wavelength on that one.
Yep.
That's brilliant.
So the for season 2, episode 18, the work song Nano Cluster.
Yep.
If you had to teach a class on something totally random that you know well, what would it be called?
Okay.
And Michael and Rachel again are
Yep.
two of our super fans. Michael says Hackmaster Fourth Edition. It's a satirical version of First and Second Edition Dungeon and Dragons. Edit. Just realized you asked for the name of the class. Hacking your way through the world today, sung to the Cheers theme.
Oh my
Hacking your
God.
way through the world today takes everything you got.
Oh, I like that, Michael.
And Rachel said, are you trying to bring out the autistic ADHD in me with this question?
Sorry, Rachel.
My buddy gets me going by talking about recipes because I like to explain the science behind why things work, how to make substitutions and achieve desired effect at different elevations, etc. Ooh, Rachel, we should talk about the next time I make banana bread because it always manages to fall in the middle. And I just
I like your banana bread, but he does fall in the middle.
yeah, and it gets very dense. And I think I just need to add more flour, but I'm not sure exactly how much. But because we're at like sea level, it's different than the recipes. So she had a roommate who wanted to make meatballs but didn't read the recipe before starting, and every 10 seconds was, "Oh no, how do I help?" I read the recipe and was able to make a darn good meatball with what we had in the house.
That is awesome, Rachel.
Yep, yep, yep. Um, okay, and then we have season 2,
No,
episodes.
no, she actually responded again.
I don't have that.
I guess it would be called The Science of Food, an homage to the Alton Brown series from many moons ago.
Okay. And I just realized that the
Because if you hit the reply, you'll actually see it down it actually opens up even further.
okay, it doesn't on where I'm looking at it, honey.
Okay, well that's why I'm keeping
But I
it.
just realized that I do have season 2, episode 16, the cushion saturation, but it put it in the wrong order.
Okay, that's okay.
All right. So the dead hooker juxtaposition.
Juxtaposition.
If you could interview your neighbors before moving in, what is the one deal breaker
Uh,
question you would ask?
yeah, we answered this one.
And Rachel says, while pregnant with my daughter, I had an upstairs neighbor who got up at 4:30 a.m. for work. The problem was the alarm chosen was a Hispanic polka that was at top volume
Oh
and
my God.
played for an hour and a half while they prepared for work.
Oh, piss off.
I think that would be justification for murder.
Yeah, I think so, Rachel. You should have gone up and killed him.
On more than one occasion, I had to march up the exterior staircase and pound on their door to remind them that not everyone wakes up at 4:30 and pregnant women need sleep. I've had neighbors whose small dog has separation anxiety and barked for hours every day. Well, we've told you about the aptly named Barkley that used to live
Yeah,
in back of us.
yeah. We couldn't open our back door. As soon as we would click the lock to pull the door open, yep, 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 yep. It just ridiculous.
I hate to admit the fact that there were times that I'd be out watering my back garden and Barkley would be going off and I'd accidentally put water over the fence
I didn't know
and
that.
I'd hear and he'd run away.
I didn't know that. That was awesome. Well done. Sorry, we
I
we
know.
are animal lovers, believe me.
We are, but
But
that
this
dog was
dog was
so
pushed.
annoying.
Yeah, this dog pushed the limits of human endurance.
And she says, I've had neighbors who had small children who loved to stomp up and down the stairs. Noisy and inconsiderate neighbors are the worst. Absolutely.
Definitely.
And Michael said, do you set off fireworks for every fucking holiday? Or sorry, every effing holiday. That slipped out. Sorry, guys.
No,
And
we're
then
actually the funny thing is that in Australia, Michael, we actually had this thing, and this is before my time, which was called Guy Fawkes Night, which was everybody was allowed to buy fireworks
yeah.
and set them
Wasn't that
off.
like the 20? No, that's Bastille Day.
Yeah, no, we it was like Guy. I don't know
It wasn't. Oh, okay.
what
Now
the
it's
idea
gonna
was for
bug me.
Guy Fawkes Night, but Australia outlawed fireworks after this, you know, because there was incidences. Obviously, as you know, there are
It's the
more.
5th of November.
Right. So there are always morons in the world that have to ruin it for everybody.
Yeah.
So there were people that were blowing up neighbors' mailboxes, but the worst one was tying fireworks to the tails of animals
Yes.
and setting them off.
Oh,
And
okay. I am a firm believer that if you are caught having abused an animal in any way, shape, or form, your punishment should be to have done to you what you did to the animals.
yeah, definitely.
So if you leave an animal in a very small cage to starve and lay in its own filth,
That's what you do too.
if
Yeah.
you tie firecrackers to them, you get firecrackers tied to you.
Better yet, shove one up their ass and light it.
Mm.
But yeah, so we actually Australia outlawed fireworks, so it is illegal to own fireworks, even though there are people that still have them
Especially in
illegally.
our neighborhood.
But it is illegal to have fireworks in Australia, unless you are a licensed pyrotechnician
Yeah.
with all the
Well,
permits.
I actually, he was a few years ahead of me, but one of the guys in my town used to work in a fireworks place, sorry. And there was an accident and he actually lost two of his fingers and two of the other ones got melded together.
Yeah, I think that was also another reason why they stopped Guy Fawkes Night because there was a lot of maiming that was going on. I
Yeah.
remember my mother saying that they had saved up all year for their fireworks, and they put the fireworks into like a metal um, tub so my grandfather could start taking them outside and lighting them. So he took the tub out to the backyard and they were getting ready to, okay, this is where we're going to do it. And my grandfather had lit a match, and by what my mother was saying is that it burnt the tip of his finger.
Hmm.
And what do? You let it go because it hurts, and it
Not
went
into the bin.
and went into the bin. And their entire fireworks display lasted about 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Everything went up.
Yeah.
And my grandfather and Nana and mum and my ex-aunt all ran into the house and watched it from a window. And my grandfather turned to them and said, "Well, happy Guy Fawkes night, it's all over." And that was it. So the entire backyard was basically a smoldering wreck of, burnt
They're
trees and
lucky they
burnt.
didn't burn the house down.
Exactly. But, yeah, that
Well,
was
I
that.
remember when I was a kid, I was like around very early teens, maybe like
Hmm.
10, 11, 12, 13, somewhere around there. And my brother and his best friend wanted to set off some fireworks in. Okay, so I grew up on a small farm.
Hmm.
Okay, and we had the house in the middle, and we had the little field on one side and the big field on the other. And this is the middle of summer, and it gets very dry where I grew up.
Bad idea.
Oh, yeah. And my brother and his friend wanted to set up some fireworks, and of course, mom said, "No, you could set the field on fire."
Yes, you go.
So what do you think happened? They went out and did
He
it
did it
anyway.
anyway
And guess what
and
happened?
set the field on fire.
They set the field on fire, and my mom happened to see this, and she goes running. She grabs the shovel that I think we used for the coal and goes running out there, and they're all stomping it, and they get it put out, right? And fortunately, it was not a windy day, or this could have ended very differently.
Yeah.
But they get it put out, and apparently, and my I shouldn't laugh because it's really not funny. But my mother, okay, it's out, looks at my brother and whacks him with the shovel.
Yep,
And
I don't disagree with her.
because she was like, "I told you not to do this. You could have burned the field. You could have burned the house down. We could have lost everything because of your
Hmm.
stupidity."
Yep.
And basically, she was lucky that they could run faster than, or they were lucky they could run faster than she could.
Yeah.
Um, but so they ran away and didn't come back for a while to give her a chance to cool off. But apparently she caught him just right, like on the elbow with the edge of the shovel. And
Oh,
yeah, she actually like damaged a nerve in his arm that never quite recovered. But in our opinion, that's okay because he deserved that.
that's mother, you know. But when you were saying about, running faster than your mother, I had that vision in my head of that episode in when they were all looking for the scavenger hunt, and when Penny says to Raj, "Run, run to
Okay.
India." I would imagine your mother looking at your brother going, "You better run
Yeah,
because if I catch you, I'm
you're
going to
dead.
tear you a new one."
Yeah.
I would
I
have
mean,
been,
it took a lot to get to my mother to that level of anger, but yeah,
I would have been grounded for ever.
I don't remember. Um, I just remember thinking I'm glad it wasn't me.
Yeah, you're not that stupid.
No,
In
I'm
summer
not.
till dumbasses.
Yeah.
Okay, season 2, episode number
20,
20.
the Hofstadter isotope.
Yep.
If you had one night a month where anything could happen, what would you do with it?
Okay.
So Sarah commented, I just watched the episode, got behind in December, January. Kat and Paul, you inspired me to think beyond late 40s exhaustion.
Thank you there, Sarah. We're all very exhausted.
If I do, I'd say foodie date night with my husband, finding awesome new places to eat and try new foods, maybe some chef's tastings if anything can happen. Maybe I've also won the lottery.
Hmm.
Uh, Omakase sushi dinner would definitely be on the list.
Yep.
Yep, I'm right there with you. And I love this idea, foodie night. And Rachel says, anything can happen night in my 20s, I would go to the bar. In my 30s, I would do a dining out, try out night, sample foods I'd not had before. In my 40s, I'm looking for a crafting, clutch, stitch and bitch circle. Who knows what the next decade will bring? I'm right there with you. Although I was never
Yeah.
much of a bar person, but the other two I'd do. Yep. Okay, so season two, episode 22, the classified materials turbulence.
Yep.
And we've got four comments on that one.
Uh, Hang on. Have you done season 2, episode 21, the Vegas renormalization
Hang
quest?
on, hold on.
I think you jumped one.
No, they're just in the wrong order.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so the Vegas
Yeah.
renormalization. If you were unexpectedly stuck somewhere for the night, actually, I'm sorry, I got to pop that one out because I can't see the whole thing. Come on, load up. Talk amongst yourselves.
Well, what can I say? We've
Oh,
had
and of
it.
course I'm not okay. If you were unexpectedly stuck somewhere for the night, who would you want with you and what would you order to eat?
Hmm.
And
Looks like
Rachel,
Rachel and Sarah and Craig.
yep.
All right.
So Rachel says, my daughter is my ride or die, and if she's with me, it's Burger King for food.
Well done, Rachel.
I used to love their veggie burgers.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, don't get me started on veggie burgers. I have not eaten them,
mm,
but someone that I used to know was obsessed with veggie burgers.
who, me?
No, the other one.
Well, you know what? Why bring that into this? We're having fun.
We are having fun. I'm having
Yeah,
fun.
so don't bring her in. She's not fun.
Okay.
Sarah says, my husband, and we'd find a local hidden gem and to order from if we could. That or my best friend, and we'd hole up in the hotel room with movies, sushi, and wine. Ooh, I like that. Craig says, I would love to have my better half with me, and honestly, the food wouldn't matter. It would just be a great opportunity just to be together. Aw,
That is a very nice response there,
that's
Craig.
very sweet. Okay, season two, episode 22, the classified materials turbulence. If someone says, don't tell anyone, how long do you realistically last?
Okay, yeah.
Craig says, so long as it's not something criminal or morally ambiguous, I can go forever. There's still things from when I was 12 years old that no one knows about.
Right there with you, Craig. Definitely.
Michael says, depends on what it is and who's saying it. I'll probably end up telling someone that isn't connected to the teller, but leave out the names of the people involved.
Okay.
Sarah says, depends on the situation. As long as it's morally okay, meaning not covering something up at work, not seeking help if someone is going to harm themselves or someone else, but just keeping a confidence I'm a steel vault.
Right there with you, Sarah.
And Rachel says, excuse me, I can go for years. An example being growing up, if something broke, I would fix it so my mom never found out.
That's Rachel.
As a
Yep.
single mom, her rule was don't let me find out. So I learned how to fix a lot.
Mm-hmm.
When I was about 25, I spent the night at mom's house. In the process of preparing the pull-out sofa bed, mom snapped the sheet and it caught the fan pull
Uh,
cord and yanked it out of the fan,
oh my God.
which was
Okay.
7 feet above us. I reflexed, looked at my mom straight in the eyes, and said, don't tell mom, I'll fix it. After about 5 minutes of giggles, she asked how many things she never knew about. To this day, I won't confess.
Oh, that is awesome, Rachel. I
Yep,
like that answer.
that's awesome.
That is brilliant.
Okay,
I love these answers. They are really, really fun.
season 2, episode 23, The Monopolar Expedition.
Yep.
What's something you agreed to way too quickly before thinking it through?
Hmm.
Rachel says, I volunteered to be a parent leader for Science Olympiad this year. It's a lot more work and commitment than I was ready for.
Yeah.
Craig says, unfortunately, I am notorious for that at work. Any big project that comes around, I always seem to volunteer for it, and then I think it through and say, this is going to really be hard and eat up a lot of time. At
Hmm.
the end of the day, I get the project done, and I keep saying to myself, I'm not going to volunteer for these big projects anymore. And then the next one comes around, and bam, I'm there. I go again, opening my big mouth.
Yeah, I've learned through bitter experience, Craig, to not volunteer. When I first started working where I currently am working now, I used to be that go-to person. Oh, it's okay, Paul will do it, so I would always end up by doing it.
Yep,
And then I realized that I was the only person that was always doing it.
yep,
And it was like, hang on a minute, there are, 30 other people. Why aren't we volunteering them? Oh, because you have always doing it. And so that's when I decided to start saying no, not interested.
yep,
And now to the point where they don't even ask me anymore.
yep.
And one of the big changes that actually happened is that Kat was employed where I work right now, and a situation happened we won't go into, and they ended up by terminating her employment. In the process, they terminated my availability. And when I
Mhm.
say that, it's like whenever there was an extra shift, my phone would ring. If there was something else extra to be done, they would ask me. All of a sudden, it was like, nope, don't want an
Not
extra,
available.
not available, not available. And they realized that, whoops, with what we did to her, we've actually shot ourselves in the foot.
Yep.
And I'm not an employee that's been there for 20 minutes. I've been there, this May will be 27 years.
Hmm.
So you can think to yourself that a person that's been in a place for 27 years is very, very experienced and is very reliable. I used to be
And that
very
they should show
reliable.
him some respect.
Hmm. I used to be very reliable. Not
Mhm.
anymore.
Okay,
It's
let's not bitch about that. Let's move on.
sees. Oh, then this is the last one we've got
Yep.
for our
Season
thing.
3, episode 1, the electric can opener fluctuation.
Hmm.
What's a moment that should have been romantic, dramatic, or impressive but turned ridiculous instead? I find it interesting that Michael talked about the episode, not personal experience. But he
Okay,
also
Michael.
he also brings up a great point. The number of Mississippis that Penny's hug lasts is a plot point in a later episode, which is a brilliant episode.
That is a very, very good insight, Michael, on that one.
Yep, it
But
is.
yes, and we've had no emails, so
That's the mailbag.
that is the mailbag for this time.
Yep.
So, but you can always go back and answer the questions because we've always got it open. So,
Yep. And we get notifications, so we'll include it in the next mailbag.
yeah, so just keep those answers coming. We always go back and revisit it. And if there's any comments that you want, if you want to answer us directly on Spotify, just put it in the comments section like Rachel has. And um, yeah, we've got so many ways that you can get in contact with us.
Hmm.
So,
Yep. There's comment on YouTube, comment on Spotify, comment on the Facebook page, join the Facebook group and do the silly stuff with us.
yeah,
Yeah. So,
we have got
or you
lots
can
and lots of
email us
ways.
at.
Perpetual Motion Squad 00, that's the number 00 at gmail.com.
Okay, so that's it for today's mailbag, and we'll see you soon for our proper episode.
Bye, everyone.